This is Tiny Elephant, Giant Heart, an original African story. Once upon a time in a land far away, there was a baby elephant so small he could fit into a hat. And he was not just any kind of elephant. No, sir. He was a savanna elephant, the biggest kind of elephant in all of Africa. But he was the tiniest savanna elephant anyone had ever seen. He tried to be brave and strong like the other elephants, but he was too small to trumpet very loudly. He was too small to reach high branches with his trunk, and he was even too small to play hide and seek with his friends. And the crocodile said, "Well, then it's time you went on an adventure to find out." The little elephant thought about this for a moment. An adventure! That did sound exciting. So he set off down the dried-up riverbed, determined to find his father's lost legacy and maybe find a way to become bigger along the way. The first creature he met was a grumpy old lion who was having trouble getting out of a thorny bush. The lion roared with frustration as the elephant approached. "Can I help you, Mr. Lion?" he asked tentatively. "Help me high! You, little guy, you can't even reach my paws, let alone pull me out of this mess." The lion snapped back. Then he saw the determination in the elephant's eyes and said, "Well, if you insist, why don't you use your trunk to pull on this thorn here? It won't hurt to try. Will it?" The elephant wrapped his trunk around the thorn and strained, but it didn't budge. So he took a deep breath and pushed his tusks against it. But the thorn only dug deeper into the lion's paw. Seeing how determined the young elephant was, the lion suddenly had an idea. "Actually, never mind," he said. "You know what? I think I can get myself out just fine. Maybe I just need a little bit of leverage." And with that, he wiggled free of the bush and sauntered away without another word. The elephant sighed. Maybe being a hero wasn't about being big after all. Just then, a chameleon poked his head out from behind a leaf. "Hey there, little elephant! Stuck in this bush with a grumpy lion. That's not very fun," he said, chuckling to himself. The elephant explained about his quest to become bigger and stronger when the chameleon suddenly gasped. "Wait a minute! You're the missing link!" he exclaimed. "We were just talking about you on the end. We've been expecting you! Expecting me! Expecting what?" The elephant was confused. Before the chameleon could reply, they both heard a loud voice booming through the air. "Hey, webhead, who's there? Come out! Come out, wherever you are! I'll pop the huge warthog with a guitar strapped to his back. Who wants to hear some music? 'Cause I've got plenty to spare." He looked at the elephant and smiled. "Say, little fella, wanna make a wish?" The elephant hesitated for a moment. Was this some kind of trick? But the warthog's eyes twinkled. So he decided to take a chance. "I wish I was big and strong like my father," he whispered. The warthog strummed his guitar and blew on his tusks. "Wish granted," he said with a flourish. He saw that his body had become bigger and stronger. He let out a mighty trumpet, then noticed the chameleon perched on his tusks. "What happened to my wish to become bigger?" he asked. The chameleon rolled his eyes. "Didn't you listen to a word I said? Your wish is only temporary. You have to earn your strength and bravery the hard way. Now, go on. Get out of here before Webhead changes his mind." The elephant watched them leave, confused and a little bit scared. Had he made a mistake? Was there any way for him to get his strength back once it ran out? Just then, a baboon hopped down from a nearby tree. "What's going on here?" he asked. The elephant explained about his quest, and the baboon nodded understandingly. "Oh, you want to be like your father? Well, I happen to know No problem," the baboon replied with a wink. "Just follow me." The baboon led the elephant through the tall grasses until they came to a steep hill. "Go on, little elephant. Climb this hill and your reward awaits you at the top," the baboon said with a smile. The elephant took a deep breath and started to climb. But it was no easy task. His legs burned and his lungs felt like they would burst. But he kept going until he reached the top of the hill. And there in front of him was a beautiful watering hole filled with the most delicious-looking water he had ever seen. As he drank, he heard a voice. Well, well, look what we have here. A tiny elephant who thinks he's a hero. The elephant spun around and saw the grumpy lion from earlier. 'Cause I'm the king of this savannah and it's my duty to protect it. That's why you must die. The elephant panicked. How could he escape? He couldn't fight the lion because he was too weak. He was too small to be a hero. Then he remembered what the crocodile had said. His father was a hero. But what had he done? Being strong wasn't important. Being fast wasn't important. All that mattered was his heart. Taking a deep breath, the elephant charged at the lion, who was taken aback by the sudden attack. I haven't even warmed up yet, he snarled as he prepared to pounce. But then the elephant stopped in his tracks. Wait a minute, he said. Aren't you thirsty? Don't you want some water? The lion hesitated. All that running around had made him pretty thirsty, but he didn't want to admit it in front of the elephant. Well, maybe just a little. He finally admitted and trotted over to the watering hole. As soon as he took a drink, his face lit up. Where did you find this place, little elephant? I don't know, the elephant replied. I just followed the baboon's directions. The lion looked at the baboon who had been watching them from a nearby tree. Did you really think I'd fall for that trick? He asked angrily. The baboon cowered in fear, but the lion just kept glaring at him until he turned tail and ran away. Then the lion looked back at the elephant and smiled. Maybe being a hero isn't about being big or strong at all. Maybe it's about being smart and quick-witted. Who knows? You might be the smartest little elephant I've ever met. The elephant thought about this for a moment. Maybe it was about being smart. Just then, the chameleon hopped on to his tusks again. Hey there, elephant. Ready to go home now that you're all grown up? Actually, Mr. Chameleon, I've been thinking, the elephant replied. I think I'd like to stay here and help everyone else get through this drought. After all, we're all in this together, the chameleon chuckled. But don't expect me to wait forever. Webhead is gone. Nah, change his mind soon enough. And then I'm gone. Nah, be stuck here with you guys until the rains come back. And I don't want to miss the interweb season finale. So hurry it up, will ya? With that, the chameleon hopped off and disappeared into the bushes. He knew exactly where to find water, but how could he help everyone else do the same thing? He closed his eyes and thought for a moment. Then his ears perked up. He remembered something. His grandfather had told him stories about ancient watering holes hidden all over the savannah. He just had to find them. And sure enough, as he started to walk, he began to recognize the plants and trees his grandfather had described. They were all here. All he had to do was follow them. He found the first watering hole not far from the riverbed. Then another one near the grumpy lion's pride. And then another one close to the warthog's house. Each time he discovered a new one. He called all the animals to come and drink. The chameleon was right. They wouldn't survive the drought without him. As the days passed, the elephant grew braver and stronger. Not because of his size, but because of his heart. And so the legend of the tiniest elephant who saved the savannah was passed down for generations to come. The end.